figure out some options for higher end clientele and still meet their requirements or what they can get for their bang for their buck, the old proverbial, right?
Right.
So I've been working on that and networking and yeah, so that's my plan for tonight is to go through that and rack my brains and put out. The easiest way she said is just put out open up a spreadsheet, put a column in with a answer to a question, and then go yes, no, and then go down yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and build yourself a graph so that you can show some of the different options that you are offering to different people at different price points.
All right.
So,
How's the story time going?
I'm
Have you
starting,
done at least one story time?
I've done two. I did
Two?
one last
Okay.
Monday and one on Thursday.
Okay.
And of course, changing it as I'm going up. Um, Designed a brand new beginning with two different types of videos so that they're all going to be the same. And then this week, I'm doing two stories in the middle. And then we'll go from there. And then someone said, maybe you should look at release times too. Do you want to release them in the evening like I have been? Or do you want to release them, say, at 10 o'clock in the morning? So I'm going to be experimenting over here over the next couple of weeks, and we'll see how um, how the people respond and how many visits and how many likes I get out of the deal. Because of course the YouTube will show you. Well, there's Teresa joining.
Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon. How are you doing, young lady?
I am doing great. How about you guys?
Awesome. I was just explaining to the ladies, I've had a good afternoon and I met with a lady that her profession is marketing. And I'm struggling to put together packages to attract some higher end people so that I want, like I said to one lady, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when corporate comes knocking on my door and I say, yeah, I'm $25 a month. And they're going, yeah, but we want to pay $2,500 a month. What are you going to do for us? And we're going to go, okay, we're going to have a serious discussion, so I got to start working on some options on how I can not necessarily attract the higher end clientele, but make it fair for the lower, the medium, and the high. And then I'm also working on my Santa stories. If you didn't know, I started doing Santa stories and I'm starting to get traction. So tonight I've got two stories in the hopper ready to go. So when this is over, I will release two stories at one time. So, and then of course the analytics and YouTube will show me, is one story better or is two stories better? And then someone said to me, do I release it in the evening or do I do it at 10 o'clock in the morning? So I'm going to have some playing around to do here in the next couple of weeks to see what attracts more and how the analytics start building it up. So I'm excited to see where that goes because I was introduced to a lady, well, showing her YouTube channel that she reads stories to children, but she's going after the 3 to 5 year olds. And in 3 months, 6 months, she's doing 2, 3, 400 million views in like 3, 4, 5, 6 months.
That's what she's gotten already?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Her highest one that's been on the site for a year, 960 million views She was
Wow.
was a kindergarten teacher. Well, she doesn't have to be a teacher anymore because that 950 million views has probably paid her about $800,000.
Holy smokes.
See,
Wow.
YouTube will start paying you once you hit so much
Mhm.
views. And what I've seen on a couple people is once you hit 1 million views, it's like 16 or potentially, $15,000.
Wow.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them are $1,500 and some of them are 15,000. So even if you did 1,500 on 1 million views,
Mhm.
that same, equation is the word I'm looking for, and multiplied that by 960.
Wow.
Yeah, that's over $1 million.
Wow. Ooh. Who knew you
So
could get that just from reading?
yeah,
I
yeah.
have seen some readers on YouTube and they were not very good.
No,
So,
no,
yeah.
this lady interacts with some graphical moving graphics in the back, and then she does like the wheels on the bus go around, and everybody's heard that story. But then she'll do one version, then she'll have another person do another version, and then they're interacting with different what's the word I'm looking for, animate animate animated videos that are in the background, so they're interacting with the videos that are in the background.
Wow.
And some of them are 40 minutes long, some of them are an hour, some of them are 80 minutes. So I've got lots of playing around to do and
Yeah, that
lots of different things to evaluate and try and experiment on.
yeah, that sounds like a long time to read books or a story to young kids.
Well, good afternoon, young
Okay.
lady. How are you?
Good afternoon. Fine, thank you.
So yes, it's we're talking about stories on YouTube and how they can captivate, and but then I was told parents are using these as babysitters for the 3 to 5 year olds, and they go push play, and then they
Gotcha.
4, 5, 6 hours they'll come back and whatever the kid's sleeping or whatever the
Gotcha.
case may be,
Gotcha.
you know.
Hmm.
So
I,
lots of things to experiment on.
for sure.
It's
I
like,
have
I
not,
like to see your playlist. So, the story times are there, the happy birthday videos are separate. So you're not like digging through, potentially hundreds of videos to come up with the one that you're looking
Well,
for.
I'm finally starting to set up playlists.
Yeah, it's
I'm
great.
learning. I'm learning. I'm getting my hand smacked by, our famous Miss Kathy. You know, and this week actually I did that. I thought I finally got to sit down and actually start putting this stuff into playlists. So that is one thing that I've started doing. And I started figuring out that some of my podcasts have shorts, so I can, I've been supplied shorts, so I can put shorts out. But now I've got to start breaking up my stories into learning how to do shorts, so I can put some of the shorts out to attract more attention to the full story.
Mhm. And you could
Have you-
have separate playlists for different age groups.
Yes, but so far the stories that I'm reading are AI generated stories to 3 to 9 year olds, maybe.
Mhm.
So, but I will be crossing that bridge to, you know, am I going to read The Night Before Christmas? I'm going to finish reading some of these popular Christmas stories to see how the analytics play out to reading popular stories.
I was gonna ask, the stories you've recorded so far, they're Christmas related.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So yes, lots of experimenting, lots of different developing happening slowly. Asking people lots of questions, want input from other people. Always looking for suggestions and ideas. Again, I talked to someone in one of my chats, marketing sessions that I had this afternoon. People are loving this idea that I can do thank you videos for people. You know, when you have a customer that normally, I don't know, pick a number, orders $50 worth of product or services a month, and suddenly they order $500 or $300, does that warrant more than the normal thank you from you? Would it be interesting to say Santa can do a wonderful thank you video on your behalf of your company? What kind of touch would that do for your business? And I've mentioned it to a few people, and construction company workers really love the idea because it shows the personal touch that I could promote their company in a way that they can't say thank you.
Wow. Construction workers, huh?
Yeah, well,
Who would have thought?
owners, not workers,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Construction
So
business.
did you put the one video that you made for your friend, the person who asked for a special thank you for the bank? Is that on your playlist?
I don't know if I made that public or not.
Okay. I was just wondering, I remembered you said it, mentioned it, but. Oh. Well, that would be a good one to keep for special.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. I mean, I'll have to touch base with her tonight and make sure that I get her permission. But I didn't really say her last name. I said the lady in the banks, I think her first name. I'll have to rewatch that myself. Good question. Good question. You know, have to write myself a note on that one.
Oh, yeah, I'm always writing notes. And
Yes,
Emily, you might have a thought on this in terms of breaking those story videos down into smaller clips. I mean, I know of a free site, online website that does that because I've used them many times. Do you have a free site, Emily, that you know of that will take those bigger videos and chunk them down into the clips that are he can use for shorts?
I'm not thinking of any specific ones at the moment, but I'm sure there are ones out there that will do that.
Okay. Well, then I will drop the one that I have used in the chat. And I'm sure there's lots more, but in fact, I did see one not too long ago.
Yeah, someone told me, I'm just trying to figure out, is it CapCut? That one, but someone also showed me, story time. No, AI editing. Spike's Studio, Opus Clip.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, the
Those-
Opus is the one somebody just told me about. I tried it. I didn't spend enough time on it. I didn't really like it for just the few little bit that I did. I went back to this video. I think that's how you say it, that I dropped in the chat. But you will give them a link to your long version video and it will ask you a couple questions and then it will generate a handful of clips they'll notify you by email that your clips are done, and you just go back in and decide which clips you want to use, if you want to edit them in there anyway, all for free. And they're
All for
captioned
free.
and everything.
What do you use, Emily, for breaking down videos? Do you use any specific program?
I think I've used like iMovie before, and there are other ones, but
But you have to hand do them, right, though, on iMovie?
I think so.
And- Edit them by hand. CapCut, you'd have to edit by hand, whereas video does it all for you,
Right,
as long as you give them the video link.
yeah. And then same with what I seen for promotion for this Spike Studio. It'll automatically break down. I have not tried it yet, but someone recommended it to me as well and said, put your video in there and it'll boom, 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 boom. You know,
Mhm. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out myself. Thank you.
now Opus, you said you tried, does the free version have limitations on what you can and can't do?
That is a darn good question. I do know somebody who does use Opus. They recommended it to me because I asked her how she was doing her captioned clips, and she directed me to that. But I can't really give it a full recommendation one way or the other because I didn't spend a ton of time with it.
Right. And that's the key point right there is spending time, you know, trying to do this, that, and everything else. And then all of a sudden someone says, hey, you got to try this. How much
Mhm.
time do you actually put into that program before you get frustrated enough because you don't know enough about it, or it's taking longer than you realize to get the results that you're looking for?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And then once you find it, you want to stick with it for a while.
right.
I got to check out this Spike Studio though.
I use for, what do you use for editing now? The program that I use is DaVinci Resolve. It's
Hmm.
like a $400 program, but you get a $300 version of it for free.
Wow.
And you can take a brand new movie, throw it in here, and you can edit and play with it. It has so many different options that it's unbelievable. You know, I could edit a full-blown video that I could show in the movies theaters on that program on their free version.
Wow.
There is so many different, and the cool thing is, of course, you go to YouTube and you start learning because there's 25, 30, 40 videos on learning how to use this program.
DaVinci Resolve. I've never
Yeah,
heard of that.
it's a big download. It's almost
Oh.
2 gigs.
Yeah. So it's not on their site. You have to bring it onto your computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I use CapCut. I have stuck with that one for a while. I kind of know it. I have my, my steps that I follow to get my captions, and I can do a little bit of editing in there.
Now with CapCut, I've used it a few times when I wanted to put words in the video.
Yeah.
They have that nice little feature.
Yep.
One of the things now, maybe I didn't learn CapCut enough, that when I was putting multiple songs under a video, there's not a way to reduce the volume in CapCut that I could find. Up the volume, down the volume, or fade out or fade in. DaVinci Resolve has all those features. Or
Wow.
you suddenly you've done an amazing video, Teresa, and then you go start listening to it and you go, I need my volume up a little bit. Well, in DaVinci Resolve, you go click and you can go up by 0.05% at a time, and or you can reduce the music and raise the voices and lower the voices and raise the
Mhm.
music. So that's all the DaVinci Resolve has those features.
That's
Oh,
cool.
it has a lot more. I mean, CapCut has some of its advantages, but DaVinci Resolve has an overall bigger advantage. I'm thinking on
Mhm.
some of the videos that you're able to work on.
Wow. Debbie, what about your video? I don't even know what you call it, platform.
Editing software, what's your favorite?
I just use Dub from HMP's Happy Store. And it does editing and I can send different people a video with actually any kind of whether I put it on the Facebook or LinkedIn as a post or in a private message or even a text message, then I can get a message back to let me know who opened it, how much of it they watched. I can also, you can also reply to me with Dub, even if you don't have a Dub account. So that's been pretty cool. Not free, but we do get a discount, so. But it does have editing abilities. I'm not too techy on all of that, but I'm learning to use a bunch of it. Also has a way to, like for me, if I send you a video of saying, hey, it was great to chat with you, let's talk more, I can send you on a trail of different videos to let you know different pieces about what Legal Shield has or whatever. So
Like a
Now,
playlist type of a feature.
am I pronouncing your name right? Haruma? Harumi?
Yeah, Harumi, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Harumi. I just joined. Yes, I'm sorry. I I gave myself 30 minutes for Zoom meeting, so I will excuse. So this is about what is about?
Well, it's about me, but we visit and chat about all other subjects. So, it's networking, it's building up the relationship, it's building up the friendship, helping each other out. And
Yes.
how did you find out about our meeting?
I don't remember now, but I think I think I see on the LinkedIn invite.
There you go. Well,
Yes.
thank you. Where are you from?
Well, I live in Columbus, Indiana, but I'm originally from Toyota, Japan. Yeah, I know
How long have
Emily.
you lived here?
Well, I know Teresa. Where did I see you, Teresa?
A networking group. I'm not sure where, but
Yeah, I don't remember that. Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you do for a living?
Oh, I am in this work. Health, wellness, and wealth. Yes.
There you go.
Yes, providing some supplement to stay healthy and stay financially healthy as well.
And how long have you been doing? Give us a 1 minute spiel about what you do.
Oh, 1 minute. Okay. So this is my spiel then. Have you ever felt that your health could use a little bit support? Maybe you're experiencing fatigue or eye strain from too much screen time, or wanting to maintain your useful or health and useful as we age. We all know it's so challenging to have optimal health in this middle of a busy schedules and environmental stressors and natural aging process. But here, I am here. My mission is to support your help to reclaim your health. I'll put my information in the chat so we can connect. Well, I know everybody. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you for showing up. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. I
You know,
just
that's
put my
what we do.
LinkedIn. I mean, discovery call link. I'll put in there. Thank you.
You are more than welcome, and thank you for visiting. I just started this month ago, maybe a little bit more than
Ah.
that. So I'm learning as I go, and I have a wonderful Miss Emily helping do all the background stuff behind me, and I truly appreciate it.
Yes, Emily is always so good helping people. Thank you.
My phone was waking. Oh. She couldn't handle all the excitement, I guess. Oh, so what's new and exciting, Teresa?
Oh, gee. Well, lots going on, but what would be worthy of discussing? I mean, I, like you, am working on marketing and all that kind of stuff. I just talked to somebody this morning about a mini course I put together and how to make the languaging and the message better to attract the people that I want to attract. So yeah, it's a big learning curve for sure. So many pieces and parts.
Absolutely. And you know, you keep hearing everybody saying the networking and the marketing area. You know, don't ever be scared to say that you have other people that know more about things than you do.
We
'Cause
certainly
that's
do.
only gonna open the door to tell people that you're real and you're honest and you don't know
Mhm.
everything. You know,
Mhm.
what about you, Deb?
Well,
Oh,
I
the
will
very-
just mention that there's a posting party tonight on HMP's posting parties at 6 o'clock Central Time. Teresa, I'm not sure, I can't remember actually where you live, so
I'm on Pacific time, but yeah, I was wondering about that.
yeah,
I know
it's
I
at
missed it last week.
4 o'clock your time, six
Yep.
o'clock Central Time. And I know Santa has a post all ready to go and Emily, but anyway, and we actually spend only about half an hour there until more people show up, but it's available and it's just GoBrunch.com/posting party, not HNP posting party, just posting party. So, but
Yeah,
it's a good way to get, your message spread out a little farther.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. There's always, I mean, if it's not crazy enough that there's so much stuff to learn with every platform that you're on, and then they actually change everything periodically or seems like almost all the time. So there's always fun stuff to keep learning, and I'm glad we have Emily here to help us navigate a lot of that stuff because I am not the techie person, so I just kind of wait for them to do the hard parts, pushing the hard buttons, and I just sit here and chat with y'all.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree.
Teresa, when's your next giggle gathering?
I was just thinking on that. I mentioned that to somebody today and I need to create an event for that. So let me look. I think I have it on the 5th of August.
Okay,
And I was gonna do it 9 o'clock Pacific, right after that posting party that Kathy does. We're gonna try
Okay.
that again and see how that works. I had a couple different varying opinions about when to have it. So I'm just gonna go with that one again. So it'll be the posting party, and then we'll just move right into the giggle gathering. So that's the plan right now, unless that changes.
That's that
Because
change.
I changed my mind.
Sounds good.
Subject to
Sounds
change,
good.
of course. 16
Subject to
times
change.
between now
And it
then.
won't change more than half hour, 15 minutes. I had somebody say they didn't want to wait the half hour. Somebody likes it on the hour, so I want to kind of
There's
cater
pros
to
and
my
cons,
my regulars.
pros and cons to both sides of that story, I think.
Yeah, for sure. There
And you
is.
can never satisfy everyone.
Correct.
I started this time going, okay, Kurt gave me a couple different cents. Well, let's do money. There's nothing else going. And look, Nick and singing, and Ian, they started that and they're gathering. Monday is their bigger time, but it is what it is. And
Yep.
you're gonna have to just pick and choose and see what kind of crowd you get from it and then see where it goes from there,
Yep. That is true.
you know?
Unless you want to offer it on a different day at a different time, but then, it's a commitment for you to be there twice
Yeah,
in any particular time frame. So,
yeah, exactly.
but I thanks for reminding me about that posting party. I guess I do have it in my calendar, so I won't probably be
Awesome.
jumping on that for a bit. I did want to go back to your packages to attract your higher paying clients. Could you do tiers? The basic tier is your 25 a month to be Santa approved. And then the next tier is whatever. And then the next tier is for your companies, your businesses of 100 or more, or something like that, that you're 100 people or more, 100, I don't know. You'd have to really define it well.
Yeah, I talked to her about that and I said, have you seen businesses say that their price point is going to be based on the number of employees they have?
Mhm.
And she
Mhm.
said she has seen that before. So, 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 20, 21 to, to 19, 20 to 29, and, do that all the way up. And that's kind of interesting. And she said
if-
she has seen people do that.
That seems like a really nitpicky breakdown, but
But it,
is
but
your
it,
goal to reach for these huge corporations of hundreds?
well, the how I proposed it to some people is, like I said, when corporate comes knocking on my door, it's not if, it's when I start growing this thing with the numbers that the marketing people say I'm going to grow at, corporate will come knocking on my door.
Yeah.
Now at $25.50 and $100, corporate is not even going to consider this to be real. They're going to say, okay, 2,000 or 5,000 or 1,000. Now we can negotiate because now we've got some real numbers to show our budgeting people, or however the wording
Yeah.
happens to go. So that's why and I already know one of the major things that I will be offering is I will be flying out to their stores, one of them, and walking into their store with their signage above my head saying, hey, Fred and Barney's grocery store is Santa approved, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
putting up a
cool.
sign. It's going to be me flying in to their
Mhm.
store.
Oh
And
my God,
that's
I
gonna
love
be-
that.
Yeah. So once I hit, $2,000 a month, that's going to be part of the offering that is included in their package.
Wow. At their expense, of course.
Well, where do you live? Remind me, Teresa.
I'm
Yeah.
in Nevada.
Okay, you're in Nevada. What's a big grocery chain in Nevada?
Oh my gosh.
Is Safeway in Nevada? Or in
There is
California?
Safeway. Yeah, thank you. Yes,
Okay,
there
but
is.
say Safeway comes and knocks on my door and they want all their stores Santa approved for all of Nevada or
Mhm.
California or
Mhm.
Arizona.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say $50 a month to those guys because they're going to
correct.
giggle at me because I've got to show them something that is going to be attractive, something that they're going to bite on, but also something that is real.
Mhm.
And depending on when and if they come, when they come knocking on my door, if I've already got 5,000 followers, I'm going to have the appeal to say to them, 5,000 people, and do we want to include your 500 stores under one package?
Hmm. Yeah, I love that. I love that you're holding that huge vision. I think that's very cool.
Well, you know, one of the marketing people gave me something to think about. And he said, protect your name, first of all. So I filed the paperwork to trademark this. Who doesn't work with Santa? Santa's been around for 1,753 years, is the number one marketed character in the world. So the simple statement was, who doesn't want to have Santa on their team?
Mm-hmm.
Then he went on to say, not saying that this is going to happen. He says, I want you to think of something. He said, have you heard of the list, the name Angie's List? I said, well,
Mm.
everybody's heard of Angie's
Yep.
List. He said they started off with 2 contractors.
Wow.
And he says, you have the appeal of Santa. You
Yeah.
have the appeal of the longevity of Santa and the popularity of Santa. Now you've got the saying, are you Santa approved, which could potentially appeal to every human out there
Mm-hmm.
in one way or the other.
Yeah.
So
I love the
it's
vision.
made me think of the bigger picture. Not that I'm there yet,
Mm-hmm.
and not that I ever want to forget the people that started me out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've already
I'm-
bought the domain name, Are You Santa Approved?
Did you?
Yep, and it's going already to my website. So now that was another big step. So I'm already thinking of, okay, where is this going to be in 6 months?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
People are telling me, think about what I've accomplished in the toughest months of the year to promote Santa of, April, May, and June, to get this up and running, to get the eyes out there, to get the eyes on the object and me on the badge, and get people signed up and starting to like the idea, like the appeal. That's why I'm out here every day doing different
Yes.
things.
You
And-
definitely are an inspiration for your
And-
consistency in your efforts.
And Kathy gave me a very great compliment. She said, John, she said, I gotta say this to you. She says, it doesn't matter where you are, who you're talking to, what you're doing, you are always happy, positive, and joyful. And that will be infectious on other people that you meet.
Mhm. Yeah.
So every day I'm out here, I'm talking to new people. And in the simple reality of it, ladies, Australia seems to be a big hotspot for me right now.
Wow.
Canada is a big hotspot for me. France and England are hotspots.
Wow.
So if I take just Australia, Canada, and the US, that's 500 million people. I want 1,000.
Mhm. Yeah.
1,000 out of 500 million.
Mhm.
So I know I don't need to get every Teresa. I don't need to get every Debbie. I don't need to get Emily. I need one
Yeah.
out of 500,000 people to like my idea.
Mhm.
So it's just a matter of me meeting people, getting the word out there.
Yeah.
And then as it starts building, it will start imploding from the inside, because Teresa's going to have a badge on her website, and then Debbie's going to have a badge on her website, but they're going to tell 2 friends, and they're going to tell 2 friends. But then people are going to go, what is this badge all about? It's all about Santa. This looks really cool. I want to know more. You're going to say, you need to go talk to Santa. And that's where the implosion is going to happen. Is it going to happen today? Nope. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Nope. Is it 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 10 weeks? I don't know yet, but as I talk to more people, wow, that is so brilliant. That is exciting. I'm happy for you. What do I need to sign up? No, it's not really for me. But the cool thing is, there are starting to be quite a few people out there that have honestly said to me, you know, it's not really for me, but I want to help you because I believe in what you're doing.
For sure.
And that is the interesting part. So where does that feedback, positivity, interaction
Yeah.
go to the growth pattern?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah.
we're halfway through July. People are starting to think, interact about Christmas, start thinking about Christmas in July. Well, most of the stuff is Christmas in July is already happening now, but now people are like, we're down less than 100 days. No. You're gonna make me think. You're gonna make me pull it up here all of a sudden.
I say I can't think that far in advance yet.
Normally I have it up because I always do a video every day. Days till Christmas. $162 days till Christmas.
Mm.
So we're getting over that hump of the mindset saying, okay, now we can start thinking about Christmas. We can start thinking, and I signed up. This one will blow you away. This one blew me away. I signed up a gentleman the other day that does the computer animation for the lights to go to the music for the Christmas light decorations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know how big your industry is. Give me some numbers, show me. And he says,
Mhm.
okay. He says, I worked on a tree last year, 52 feet tall, that had 50,000 lights on it. One tree. And I said, how much is that one tree? He said, $247,000.
Holy crap. Wow.
He did this display in Abu Dhabi. There was 10 of these trees, plus all the other stuff to go with it. I said, so they spent like $5 million on hardware? He said, yeah, 5 to 6 million. And then
Wow.
another 2 million to get it installed. And then
Wow.
he did the computers to make it all work to the music.
Yeah.
The
Holy
biggest one that he
smokes.
does in North America is a big golf course and hotel in Phoenix. It's got 2 million lights. So he's
Yep.
got 600 customers who he wants all of them to be Santa approved.
Wow.
Now
Woo.
he is also going to put me on the chat board that has 10,000 companies like him that do these Christmas light decorations.
Wow.
He says,
That
you're
is.
going to introduce me to 20,000 people that are in this industry. I said,
Mhm.
yeah, maybe more than that.
Wow.
Now I
What a-
said, I said, now, have you seen the new movie with Eddie Murphy called Candy Cane Lane? Came out last year.
I saw it advertised, but I didn't see
It
it.
was about his family and the whole street doing Christmas light ornamentation in the contest. I said, now this is a movie. Is this a true thing? Is there whole streets? And he said, he's from Houston and he says he knows of at least 6 streets that does this. Now I said, I'm gonna take a wild guess here. I don't have a clue, but I'm gonna take a wild guess that in Candy Cane Lane, if they're doing that sort of setup, are they spending between $200,000 and $300,000 on these setups? He said, yep, you're in the ballpark. And I just go,
Unbelievable. Every season. Wow.
yeah.
Every Christmas season. Ooh,
Now that's just Houston. How
wow.
many are, you know, 1 to 200,000 or 50 to 100 or 10,000 to 20,000? Pick an dollar range that people are spending on these light ornamentations or
Mm,
graphic or designs that have music and computers and
Wow.
everything else. So he said that one in Phoenix, they start setting up the middle of August. It takes
Oh,
them
yeah, I
3 months,
believe that.
3 months to set this thing up.
I believe that. Wow. Yeah, what a great connection for you.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
guy
it
was.
was, I said to him, I said, I didn't have a clue on how big this industry is.
Mm-hmm.
And he said,
Wow.
I'm only one.
Wow. That's almost like coming in the back door.
So the potential, even if I kept it at $25 for everybody, 400 people keeps me out of the truck. That's $10,000 a month.
Wow.
1,000 is $25,000 a month. And people, the brain fart, the marketing people are telling me 10 to 20,000 within the first year.
Oh man, that is sweet. Wow. I know.
So,
I love this whole concept. I think it's
so,
brilliant.
if you do 10,000, that's 3 million a year.
Mm,
My wife says, and there will be so many amazing nonprofits getting donations from Santa and
oh,
Mrs. Claus.
cool.
So
Um,
the reality of how big this thing is going to go, I have you people to keep me grounded. My wife has already said she's going to kick me in the head if I let this thing go to my head, because it's people like you. It's the little people that have started this whole process off for me that have given me this opportunity to share happiness and positivity. And then you throw in the other stuff that I'm doing. I honestly don't know where this thing is going,
yeah, really. Yeah. The
but I'm going to
sky's
have
the limit.
fun and I'm going to keep being me and I'm going to create some happiness to a lot of people in this world.
Yes. No doubt in
So,
my mind.
it's interesting because the old proverbial, you start off a business, you're scraping the absolutely bottom of the barrel because you've got some great ideas that everybody else thinks they're great ideas, but how it can change your life and how it can change your surroundings, the possibility is very interesting,
For sure.
you know?
And I applaud you for all of this. It's genius. I do want to backslide just a little bit. So you're trademarking Santa approved, or are you Santa approved? Like what's your,
The badge, Are You Santa Approved, is what I filed for the trademark.
are you? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Now, is that your website? Areyousantaapproved.com?
I have
Or
already got that bought
okay,
and
that's
paid
your
for.
domain. Okay.
Yep,
So
and
we
that
could send people there.
yes, and that goes to my Santa Papa John page. So now the guy is going to start reworking it. And I've said what I'm thinking is half the page to start off with was be the badge, and then the other page, and then going their separate ways to show the other things that I do, and then the Santa Approved will show all the stuff for the Santa Approved stuff.
Mhm. I had a vision of a giant cutout Santa approved badge. Like,
There you go.
physical one that's like as tall as a person that you
Now-
could,
Now, someone threw at me here a week ago, and I'm just starting to do some digging now. But they said, man, you should get going with the t-shirts and the cups.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's all the swag stuff. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
so are you Santa approved coffee mug, and then have on the opposite side, Teresa is Santa approved.
Oh, I love that. And who's that gentleman on the posting party?
Matt,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he could probably hook you up with that.
yeah, I've already been in discussions with him, and I've met with him quite a few times.
Yeah.
He just sent me his catalog, and I have not had a chance to look at it, but it is definitely on the on the radar. Let's put it this
Oh
way.
my God, love that. You could have your own little swag shop
Yeah,
that again is a tab
Yeah.
on your website, a page on your website. Oh my God, love it.
so I'm thinking this out slowly and meticulously as people give me ideas.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to do it all at the same time. So
Well, and the interesting thing is, I've heard many people tell me that I'm proceeding in the slow right direction that I should be. I'm a truck driver that's got 3 million miles. I don't know. I mean, I've had the DJ business for 40 years, and I've known how to market myself a little bit, but this is a whole different ball game on ideas and concepts
mhm.
and meeting with people around the world, because technology like this opens the doors to anywhere in the world.
Yes, it does.
And that's the cool part about this. It's
Mhm.
chatting with you, it's like we're sitting on the fence, and same with Deb, she's in Kansas. Emily's in just outside of Milwaukee. We're sitting in the backyard at the barbecue table, chit-chatting across the table from one another. It's
Mhm.
so clean, it's so clear, and
Yep,
yeah, absolutely.
I
So
know. I know. I
that's
lost connection this morning and I was like, I need my connection.
did some wires melt? Oh no, you're cooler today.
No, I don't know. It was a neighborhood wide outage. I don't know what it was, but
Oh
anyway,
yeah,
it wasn't out too long, but it's like, I got people I got to talk to online.
yeah. Yeah.
So it came back pretty quickly, but
So you've been
okay, so I
writing
just want to
lots of
make sure I
notes.
could share your areyousantaapproved.com link.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to your
Oh,
website.
Deb,
Okay.
what do you think? You got any questions?
Well, as you're talking, I'm just thinking of people here in the Kansas City area that I can connect you with. But I did want to mention Kansas City, well, Independence is actually getting all geared up for Christmas. They have the whole downtown area decorated for Christmas because they're going to start a movie that's going to be a Hallmark movie, and it's being filmed here in the area. So a lot of people are all surprised at what's all the decorations for, but
That's
so
kind of cool.
anyway, that'll be pretty exciting to see that on Hallmark. Maybe, I mean, I'm assuming this year, but there's a lot of people here in Kansas City area, and I'm sure Teresa, you're thinking of some people maybe that are doing decorations, those streets that are decorated for Christmas that maybe we can get Santa approved as well. So
Mhm. And yeah, you just see it ramping up. I know I just was looking at your website and people are going to want to start booking those family photos and stuff like that. So yeah, it really is going to
My
start
Saturdays
ramping
and
up, isn't it?
Sundays are almost all booked in November and
Wow.
December already.
but
I
didn't
got
you
an
have
email
like Christmas stories that you were reading, or you were sending special messages to individuals with some of your packaging too, so that you could you know, parents could have a special message from Santa for their child and things like
Yep.
that. So
Yep.
that'll
So,
be
so
great
yeah,
things
my
for them.
wife is complaining that I'm spending about 10 or 12 hours a day down here when
I
this thing
bet.
kicks into high gear. Although right after this, I'm going to go up and enjoy some supper with her before I come back down and do another couple hours. But that, when this thing kicks into high gear, it's going to be about 18 hours a day
I was gonna
nonstop.
say, she doesn't know when she started, huh?
And she's the one that makes all these amazing shirts for me. She makes
Uh-huh.
my suits for me. And she's the one that looked at me and she said, I didn't meet John, I met Santa. Have I told you ladies the story of how she convinced me to be Santa? Going
Yeah,
into
I've heard it. I don't know about if these other ladies have or not.
going into Walmart and seeing the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody loves that story. And it truly changed my life.
Yeah, it certainly did. It certainly did. Like I said, she unleashed a Pandora's box.
Well, when I got laid off in the truck in October, I started promoting it full time. I just had the birthday greetings and the check-ins, and now I've got like 4 or 5 other ideas thanks to network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
People look at me, they give me different ideas. They say, what about this idea? And what about that idea? So I'm able to take those ideas, of course, twist them and tweak them a little bit to make them my own. But the reality is people love talking to me. They love giving me ideas and suggestions. And you're taking notes. You've been taking notes all the way through this, Teresa, and I appreciate
I
that.
have.
But talking with some people, you're not the only one that does it because, oh, that's a great idea. Oh, that's a great idea. Wow, that's a great idea. Okay. So, and then they'll come back and say, Santa, if you do this and you do this and you tweak it just a little bit, that's another idea. And I'm going, no.
You probably have a whole notebook of ideas, huh?
There's days where I do take a lot of notes. Yeah, learning SEO program that's on my radar this week too. So yeah,
Um,
it's
Who I'm looking at your website. Well, who's your photographer? I didn't know if that was your wife or not.
no, I have a professional photographer. I work
Oh,
with
okay.
2 of them that I've worked with for now 4 years.
Mm.
And they are both incredible. Both their names are on my website, Rochelle and Kayla. One's in my town and one's in a town about 60 miles away. And the amazing part about both of them is they have a phenomenal, resilient touch to work with children.
Mhm.
When a child comes in and sees me, it's either Santa, 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 or doing this, or the scream. I'm not going anywhere near.
I
Well,
bet.
even with the screaming, these 2 ladies will get down on the floor, play with these kids, get them closer and closer, and get them playing with me and playing ball or whatever else, and just interacting with the children at their level.
Mm.
I get down on the floor and interact with them as well. And the next thing you know, 5 minutes ago, they were screaming, looking at me. Now they're actually sitting on my knee.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're able to create that amazing moment for mom and dad. And that's what
Mhm.
it's all about. I mean, yes, some parents love, oh, we got to have the screaming baby because that's, it's just, it goes in the photo book. We all have them, but some parents turn around and look at both of us and go, that is the most amazing thing that I've seen happen with my
Mm.
child,
Wow.
where we're able to get them to smile and interact with me and just,
Yeah, that's a
I've had
beautiful thing.
10-day-old baby. Everybody seen that picture, right?
I don't know. I'm looking at that. I do see
Oh,
your
it's
your
not on the
photographers here, but
website. Okay, just hang on.
I'm not seeing that one. But
The one on the screen I just put up, it's on my phone.
oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm looking over at your website.
That little
Aw.
peanut is 10 days old.
Oh my gosh, wow.
That is my record for youngest so far. And of course, you go the opposite is 92 years old.
That'd be cool to show that as well. The
Yeah.
youngest to the oldest. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's
I've
such
created
a,
some very happy, positive, joyful memories for a lot of families already.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you
Yes.
have. Yeah, it's that feeling of Christmas all throughout the year that people want, you know?
And even the birthday videos that I'm doing, I just sent a bunch to Australia here last week to a lady for her grandson. So, you know, people are seeing that Santa can be utilized year round for birthday greetings and stuff like that.
Mhm. I love that.
But look at that. It is 5:59. The hour
Yeah.
is gone. Thank
Yes.
you very much, ladies. This has been a lot of fun and a lot of great answers and a lot of great questions and an amazing bunch of ideas. Thank you, Miss Emily. You've done a fantabulous job as well. So it is now.
You're welcome, Santa.
This has been a very great conversation, ladies, and I truly appreciate it.
I hope it was valuable for you.
Yes, it always is.
Good.
Makes
Oh.
the mind go, okay, I can get some more in there. Honestly, I can.
Just one little thing. Just one
Come on,
more.
it's just another idea, honest.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's a privilege to be here and to contribute. So,
Well, once again, ladies, thank you very much.
thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
You as well. Bye-bye,
Thanks,
ladies.
Emily.
Thank
See
you.
you in a
Bye-bye.
minute, Deb.
Good to see you.